Hello! In this video, we are going to go over number 100, Lowdown, in our Essential Elements book. Lowdown is a little trickier because it's going to have a lot more skips. So instead of the notes being, we say, stepwise, going right next to each other from, a space note right into that next line, we're going to be skipping, for example, from a space note to the next space. So skipping that note in between. So if we take a look at Lowdown, our first note, G. But then we see we're going to have this skip. The next note's not an A. We're skipping to that next space. So we're not putting our first finger down, we're putting two fingers down for a B. So in our first measure of Lowdown, it goes G, B, G, B, and then it goes down a note, A, A, and then it's a pattern. The next measure, we see that same sort of skip, but we're starting at an A. So we're skipping from A, not B, B's next door, we're skipping from A to C. So our first finger, A, to our third finger, C. A, C, and then we come back a note, B, B. Now if we look at the second line, they put a nice little 4 over that D. Fourth finger D. And this time we're going down. We're skipping backwards. And so we're not going next door to C. Oh, I'm pointing at the wrong note. We are skipping to B. So we're going to go D, B, and it goes up C, C. Then you're going to add your pinky and just head on down. D, C, B, A, G, G. That's all there is to it. So let's just practice a couple of those finger patterns without the bow. So in our first measure, we have to go from G to B. So we're going from no fingers to 2 fingers. So just go ahead and do a couple G's and B's. To get used to putting those down together. Feel free to pause this video and practice. And then in the third measure, we go from A to C. So we go from our first finger, A, to our third finger, C. So we have to get our 2 and our 3 to come down together as a clump. Practice that. And then on the second line, we have to go from B to D, or from D to B. So 4 and 2, 4 to 2. We're going to lift off 2 fingers. This one's the trickiest one, I think. You can see, you don't want to lift too far. Your pinky's going to naturally lift a little more than your 3. Keep it close. Don't go like this. Too far. So I would practice those finger patterns a little bit, and then practice plucking this on. And then here's what it sounds like off the bow. Middle lane, nice heavy bow. 1, 2, ready, go. And that is number 100 in our Essential Elements book, Lowdown.